feel like I've talked about this before, but I'm not sure that I have. So in today's video, this is what I want to address. I had spoke with someone yesterday, and they had asked if I had ever done a Shopify store. I believe this was the question. Something to that effect. Where it was like, what do you sell? And my response to them was that yes, I've had Shopify stores. I've had successful dropshipping stores. It works. The model works. I just don't like it. And the reason is not from a lazy standpoint, but just from a pragmatic doesn't make sense when you just think about it standpoint. Would you rather have to take one meeting, be there for an hour's worth of time, let's say you're a super small business, no employees, no management, no marketing, no accounting, no bookkeeping, no anything, no tax people, nothing, right? It's just you. You're just starting your business. You got your 10K, which I boost about in every single video. And if you want to know how you can get your 10K if you haven't got it yet, DM me on Instagram at @TheJoshEldo, and I'll send you the video link for that. But you got your money, maybe you got your LLC or your S Corp, and you got your paperwork in place, and you say, okay, what type of business do I want to start? Even though starting a Shopify store works, and I guess I could say the same thing. I did it with Mercari, so I'm selling a physical product. But I don't like having to try and guess and do all that background research for what the market wants versus just in P2P or B2P or P2B selling. You just go to the person you're selling to and ask them what they want through a good sales question. The main difference I see goes back down to the money. If you're by yourself, if it's just you, right, like we said, and you can allocate 1 hour of your time, let's say you have to allocate 2 hours of your time total. 2 hours straight making cold calls, cold DMs, whatever the case may be, to get one meeting, and the next hour is, let's say, 1 to 2 meetings. So you spend 2 hours here, but when you in those 2 meetings, you close one of them and you make $1,000 or $5,000 realistically. But I'll even play devil's advocate and say like 1,000. Versus you take those same 2 hours and you just do market research and then you put out ads. You have to wait. One, you have to wait for the ads to come back. Two, when the ads come back, it's so spread out and sporadic that you can't really schedule when you get an order. If you put something already in place like Overlow for dropshipping where they take care of all your orders for you, you're not, unless you're just throwing your money into that, it doesn't make sense to put your money towards that. I don't feel, at least, if you're using those free funds towards that versus putting that into ads, because you could do the work yourself if you're not busy enough yet, because you don't have products, and the only thing that you could be doing is research or selling. And then with that, I just feel like it's a lot higher risk trying to guess and gauge what the market's like. And I guess I don't know about it either, but trying to find out what the market wants, what's selling on Amazon. There's plenty of strategies to do it. I don't teach that from a short-term and a long-term standpoint. I think sales is the way to go because you can have $1,000 in 2 hours after a 1 hour meeting. Again, low ball. And that's at one sale versus having to maybe say for $1,000 profit, you probably have to sell $5,000 worth of merchandise at a 20% profit margin. That means you'd be selling $100 items. $100 items don't sell as easily as, let's say, $20 to $60 items. So let's say you're selling $25 to $50 items, even at 50, but let's say 25. To make $1,000, you have to sell $5,000 worth of product. So you have to wait for 200 products to sell when you're just getting into this and you don't know enough about it. And how long would that take to sell 200 products when you know nothing about this? Versus going to a meeting saying, you're a business. I want to either help you on the financial side of I want to help run your Facebook page, even if it's just posting for them, and they pay you $100 a month for posting, and they just pay you, let's say, $100 a week for posting on their Facebook, another $100 for Instagram. So $200 a week, $800 a month. That's an $800 deal for 1 month, and maybe you were there for a half hour or an hour, and you don't have to know anything about social media. You just have to post what they want to do. You have to word it obviously right and ethically when you go in there, so don't say you're some amazing social media marketing expert. Don't lie. Be honest, obviously. If you don't have the skill set in place yet, you can just go in and sell what you could do. A younger sibling that's 10 could post on Instagram and Facebook for you if you have the marketing material. Let alone if you have an actual skill set, like let's say your knowledge in investing, or let's say your knowledge in engineering consulting, or whatever the case may be, or baseball coaching. If you go and get 10 clients for $100 an hour, and they all see you twice a week, you potentially just made an extra 25 grand this year if you have the time to do these things, let alone if you do virtual consulting, because all this COVID is going on right now, which I think is a complete attack on the middle class, but that's a whole nother story. The point being though, if you have an actual skill set, you can share that, and then you can charge a higher premium, so then you might be able to charge $1,500 to $15,000 to $25,000 a month for your services once you get to that level. And of course, always sell ethically. But that's the reason why I would much rather do a sales-based, service-based business, because you can hire people with skill sets to do the service for you, and you're going to make a lot more. You're going to just generate a lot more quickly, which means you can grow a lot and scale a lot more quickly as well, versus trying to guess the market and find out what's gonna sell, what's not gonna sell. I get that from a hustle side, but if you have a little bit of courage, a little bit of balls, 100% do sales. And I have full faith that you can do it. So there's my take for the video today. Hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching.